Shalom and welcome to Mitzvot Torah. This year is entitled The Minhag of Woman Shaving Off the Hair, Part 3. In the first year, we mentioned that everyone has to approach halacha like Ben Torah, with Chachma Bin and Das. Just go ahead and accept something, reject something because it just feels wrong, it feels right. It's not how we approach things. Number 2, we quoted Yoredeyach Samsof Kuf Tzadihei, where he talks about the halacha of the tefillah of a woman when she cuts her hair off. What if she goes to make without cutting her hair off, but she's planning cutting her hair off? Is that from a tzitza? And he talks about the minhag of the woman shaving off the hair. Doesn't give reasons why, but goes into the whole history behind it. But he seems to accept that it is a minhag, that he just works with it. Now I'll just mention a couple of points. One from Ovadya Yosaif, one from the Shulchan Aruch from 100 years ago. And he wrote, where is it from, this whole idea? And he says there was concerns. The woman would go into the mikvah, and the hair sometimes would be above the water, sticking out. And therefore, somehow it developed that a woman would go ahead and shave off the hair in certain Hasidic circles. And that was what machmi, and always be so careful not to show any hair ever, like kimchis. And they were machmi to go ahead and more than that, just cover the hair all the time. Rav Ovadya Yosaif comes along in Yabia Omer Chelik Dalid, Yoredeya Aleph, the first Tshuva in Yoredeya section of Chelik Dalid. And in Od Bet, he talks about a woman shaving the hair off. And he says, he quotes a posek who said that all women have to do this. And he said, where does that come from? He says, Fadak woman never had such a minhag. He quotes source after source after source. That there's no Gemaras like this at all. If anything, the Gemara seems to challenge the idea. And certainly for someone to say that Sfardim have to do this, when the Gemaras all indicate that there's no such thing. And the Gemaras talk about to be careful that someone watches, make sure the Rishonim posting that the hair is under the mikvah. Because it is true, every part of a woman, any person who goes into mikvah has to be totally submerged. Okay, so you have to just make sure the hair is submerged together with the rest of the body. And he quotes other Gemaras that say that the kiss could be unbecoming to a husband, to have for a woman's hair to be shaved off. And he quotes those that say that there may be even beged ish, for a woman to go ahead and shave her head like a man. He quotes all the Gemaras, and he says it's quite clear this is not from the Gemara. The Gemara does not demand this in any way whatsoever. And to go ahead and say that the Sfardim have to do it, he says it's just absurd. And he tries to make sense and defend the minhag Ashkenaz. Some Hasidic circles that do it, and tries to work out that it's not against the Gemara, it's not a violation, and somehow he justifies the minhag. He doesn't say something Sfardim should do it anyway, and he justifies it. And he says that whatever those Achronim who explain the minhag, that's for those Hasidic circles, and don't bring the Sfardim into it. So what do you see with Rav Ovadya? He takes his encyclopedic knowledge. He shows that this cannot be something like a Gemara who's shown him demand in any way. He even challenges the minhag a bit, but tries to make sense of it and says those who do it. But certainly it is not something that the Sfardim do. And the Sfardim, he goes in, Yitzhak have another shir where they have to cover the hair with anything, or what has to be a tichel and not a sheitel. Yitzhak won't discuss that. But that's Rav Ovadya Yosef's discussion of the Shita. Very clear, firm in terms of what the Sephardic tradition is, defends those who do it, and he leaves it like that. Shalom.